First up, producer Sarah Gamble. Recognized Eric Kripke. A young man who's getting a break with the show, and hopefully things turn out for him pretty well. I think they might. Jensen Ackles. And last and never least in anyone's heart, co-EP, Mr. Ben Anneman. Thank you guys for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Now, your first Comic-Con, right? First, full-on Comic-Con experience for you guys?
Yeah, we screened the pilot a couple years ago, but none of us were here, so this is our first interaction with Comic-Con. Overwhelmed, so next week. I'm waiting for my heart rate.
The only problem we're going to have today is people aren't very enthusiastic, so I think they amp it up a little bit for these guys. I guess what I want to do is sort of start with the end, with the finale we saw a little bit of. And I mentioned before, if you got enough you leave the gates of hell open, it's not going to be good.
No, it's rarely good.
It's a couple seconds maybe. So what's in store? What can you tell everybody?
Season 3 is really a wartime season, which it's a giddy time inside the writers' room because we've had 2 seasons of mythology and quite frankly the mythology started to get a little complicated towards the end there, and so to be able to kind of wipe it clean and have a fresh slate and lead organically into a much bigger escalation and a much more vital storyline, which is it's the end of the world, pick up arms, choose a side, try to fight it, and just raise some hell. So we're really excited for this season, and we think we've always aimed for kind of the big picture mythic storytelling of Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Matrix. And there's always a point in which you kind of set the chessboard. It's kind of time for the fun stuff to begin, and it's time for the fun stuff to begin. Yeah, it's been fun so far, but it's time for the battles and it's time for the good stuff. And we've been the whole time when the show got picked up, I was like, who's making season 3? Because season 3 is when all hell breaks loose. And I'm glad that here we are, and we're looking to deliver for the fans.
As mapped it out to, okay, we get to season 3, we're going to be here.
You have kind of a rough map. You very intentionally leave large gaping holes in it because certain storylines accelerate, certain storylines take longer than you think. But yeah, there's a rough plan that we're still vaguely on track with. Yeah.
Now I know there's some things you can maybe say about the new season. Some new characters, 2 female characters. I don't know. What can you guys tell us?
Thank you, God.
How often did you have to go into the writers' room and say, just
anybody but Jared? Someone.
Take that down.
Yeah.
That's why he's not here.
Yeah.
What can you say about the new characters, the 2 new females that are coming in?
Well, a couple things. One is, and this is sort of to fans and certain misconceptions and whatnot, is they're not brought in to be the boys' girlfriends. There's not going to be the 4 of them riding into the Impala, eating Scooby snacks, and playing that's not the intention at all. They're brought in to be antagonists and obstacles to the boys. They thread in and out of the story the same way that a lot of our other characters did, like Gordon or Agent Henriksen or Bobby and Helen. And we're working really hard to introduce them correctly and making them part of the fabric of the show. The universe was always going to expand, and there's always going to be these new characters, and so different characters. And so we're introducing them right, and they're both very different. Ruby is kind of unhinged and a little ruthless and a little dangerous. And tune in for episode 2. There's a big reveal on Ruby. She's sort of not who she seems to be. And Bella, who I'll let Ben describe because Ben hasn't created her.
Hi. Well, Bella is, in this world, pretty much everyone who's got contact with the supernatural, the stories we've been telling, are cause-based, right? I mean, like, it's a heroic struggle of good versus evil. And Bella is designed to be not that. She doesn't really have a cause. She's in it for herself. She is a thief, basically. And so we're going to play, I think, some pretty interesting games with her. And she's going to be kind of a constant foil for the boys' intents and activities. Not constant like the Scooby-Doo kind of foil. That's not what I'm talking about. But yeah, so she's pretty cool. She's Catwoman. She's hot.
Ken, so what do you think about having the new characters in here? No love interest apparently, so, say that.
Well, I think it's, I know from Jared's perspective, it's very welcoming to have people come on the show to, you can actually build a relationship, form a structured relationship with someone. I know that, we've had a couple of characters come in and out. We had Dad on for a while, and it was, great to have him, and every time he'd come on, it was just this dynamic that we felt very comfortable in because it was something that was familiar to us. Same thing with Jim Beaver playing Bobby. It's just you get to really dive in and explore a relationship between two characters when you get to work with them more. So I think to introduce characters that are going to be around a little bit more, whatever they might be, you get to see more of a dynamic between those characters, between the two brothers, and it adds more layers to an already very layered show.
I can't say a whole lot about who's coming back, whether it's Dan, whether it's anybody. It's not on Sarah, could you maybe talk a little bit about are there things coming back from?
We're going to see Gordon again. Gordon is bad things are in store for Gordon.
Say that very statistically. So.
Gordon is one of my favorite characters, and it just so happens that we were working on something for him this past week, so I'm really stoked. And Sterling K. Brown is a fantastic actor, and we were really lucky to get him. And he's an Army husband, an Army wife, so we don't have him for long, so we wanted to make sure we took advantage of him. And we're really exploring Bobby this season. We're telling his story. And we have these two women, and they'll be right in the boys' faces, but they won't make them happy or satisfied in any way. That's what our show is.
You regret being happy about this, by the way.
Hey, I don't know, just anything.
Sorry, you're the star of a nihilistic show on network television.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we got this now.